In a world where kindness and chivalry are often celebrated, it's essential to recognize that not all nice guys are as genuine as they appear. While many kind-hearted men genuinely care for others, some individuals use the guise of a nice guy to manipulate and exploit those around them. This video aims to shine a light on the darker side of these seemingly innocent characters, not to condemn all kind-hearted men, but to raise awareness about the potential pitfalls of falling for someone with hidden intentions. So here are the 9 behaviors that show the true dark side of nice guys. Number 1. Manipulation disguised as kindness. Imagine a scenario where a nice guy showers you with compliments and unexpected favors, leaving you feeling warm and appreciated. It's easy to be captivated by their charm, but we must ask ourselves, what lies beneath these seemingly sweet gestures? Could there be a sinister side to them? The answer, unfortunately, is that sometimes these actions are less about genuine kindness and more about manipulation. Behind the scenes, the nice guy may be crafting a web of dependency, where you begin to rely on their seemingly altruistic actions. By positioning themselves as your go-to source of support, they subtly create a sense of indebtedness, paving the way for future manipulation. For instance, take the case of a nice guy who always insists on paying for dinner or buying lavish gifts. While it may seem like an act of generosity, it could also be a tactic to create a sense of obligation. Over time, they might use this perceived debt to manipulate you, making you feel guilty for not reciprocating their kindness or expecting you to comply with their demands. Number 2. Emotional coercion. Guilt trips in disguise. In the intricate dance of human relationships, emotional blackmail can be a powerful yet subtle tool wielded by the dark side of nice guys. They artfully employ guilt tripping as a means to control and manipulate, leaving you questioning your own actions and motives. Picture this: your nice guy friend or partner offers to help you with a task, despite your insistence that it's unnecessary. Later on, when they need a favor, they remind you of their previous selfless act, making you feel guilty for not immediately agreeing to their request. This emotional coercion can be a slippery slope, as it slowly erodes your ability to assert yourself and establish boundaries. This guilt tripping can be even more insidious when it comes to romantic relationships. The nice guy might say things like, "After all I've done for you, you won't even give me a chance?" Or, "I can't believe you choose him over me when I've always been there for you." By framing themselves as the angel, they put you in a position where you feel compelled to appease them to alleviate your own guilt. Number 3. Hidden narcissism. Playing the victim card. While these individuals may present themselves as caring and selfless, they often use victimhood as a smokescreen to draw attention and sympathy. Consider the nice guy who consistently goes out of his way to help others, only to later lament how underappreciated and mistreated he feels. In these moments, he transforms from a seemingly kind-hearted individual into a master of playing the victim. This behavior can be both confusing and emotionally draining for those around him. The underlying psychological factor here is a form of covert narcissism. Unlike the overt, grandiose narcissist, the covert narcissist relies on a facade of humility and selflessness to elicit admiration and validation from others. By portraying themselves as victims, they prompt others to reassure and console them, ultimately feeding their need for attention and affirmation. Number 4. Twisting reality. Gaslighting and discrediting women's emotions. Imagine a situation where you express concern about the nice guy's behavior or actions. Instead of addressing the issue, he turns the tables, claiming that you're overreacting or being overly sensitive. By deflecting responsibility and discrediting your feelings, he maintains control and keeps you in a state of self-doubt. Gaslighting can be particularly damaging, as it gradually erodes your confidence and sense of self. Over time, you may find yourself relying more on the nice guy's interpretation of events, further entrenching his influence over your thoughts and emotions. Number 5. Masking insecurities. Pretending to be the ultimate protector. Delving further into the enigmatic realm of the dark side of nice guys, we encounter a fascinating paradox: the desire to be perceived as strong and protective even when plagued by deep-seated insecurities. In a bid to mask their vulnerabilities, these nice guys may overcompensate by adopting the role of the ultimate protector. Picture a nice guy who constantly showcases his physical prowess or emphasizes his ability to protect you from harm. On the surface, it might appear as a noble gesture, but beneath this facade, he could be using this persona to hide his own insecurities and fears. By asserting dominance, he gains a sense of control, validation, and power that he may otherwise lack. This behavior can stem from societal pressures and expectations surrounding masculinity. Traditional gender roles often dictate that men should be strong, stoic, and emotionally resilient. Nice guys who feel they don't meet these standards might overcompensate by projecting an image of invincibility, inadvertently creating an emotional barrier between themselves and others. Number 6. The unpredictable shift from nice to aggressive. This abrupt change in demeanor can catch you off guard, leaving you confused and alarmed. Picture a nice guy who showers you with compliments and attention, only to suddenly lash out in anger when faced with rejection or criticism. This sudden shift can be disorienting and even frightening, as the person you thought you knew appears to morph into a completely different individual. This behavioral shift can be rooted in the frustration that some nice guys experience when their carefully crafted image doesn't yield the desired results. When their expectations of admiration or romantic interest are not met, their suppressed emotions can erupt in the form of aggression or hostility. The science behind this phenomenon can be linked to cognitive dissonance, a state of mental discomfort that arises when our actions or beliefs conflict with each other. The nice guy may experience dissonance when he realizes that his niceness isn't garnering the rewards he expected, leading to a volatile emotional outburst. Number 7. The Friendzone Saga, an ugly tale of resentment. This resentment is often fueled by unmet expectations, leaving the nice guy feeling cheated and wronged. Imagine a nice guy who invests time and effort into a friendship, secretly hoping for a romantic relationship. When his feelings aren't reciprocated, he may feel trapped in the friend zone, blaming the object of his affection for not recognizing his obvious worth as a partner. This unrequited love can fester into resentment, leading to passive-aggressive behavior or even outright hostility. This reaction can be traced back to a sense of entitlement, where the nice guy believes his niceness should be rewarded with romantic interest. When reality doesn't align with his expectations, he may feel rejected and victimized, unable to accept that his actions didn't guarantee the desired outcome. Psychologically, this can be linked to the sunk cost fallacy, where individuals become more committed to a decision based on the cumulative investment of resources, such as time and effort. The nice guy may feel that his investment in the friendship entitles him to a romantic relationship, leading to frustration and anger when this expectation isn't met. Number 8. The Price of Niceness, the entitlement trap. As we further dissect the enigmatic world of the dark side of nice guys, we encounter a dangerous belief: the notion that being nice entitles them to specific rewards, such as affection, admiration, or even sex. The sense of entitlement can lead to manipulative behavior and a distorted perception of relationships. Consider a nice guy who offers support, companionship, or acts of kindness, all with the expectation of receiving something in return. This underlying belief turns these gestures into transactions, where the nice guy feels he is owed something for his actions. When these anticipated rewards aren't granted, he may become bitter, hostile, or manipulative. This sense of entitlement can stem from societal norms and cultural narratives that depict nice guys as deserving of attention, love, or admiration. This belief is reinforced by media portrayals of the nice guy who ultimately gets the girl, or is rewarded for his kindness, perpetuating the idea that niceness alone guarantees success in relationships. At its core, this entitlement can be linked to the just world hypothesis, a cognitive bias where people believe that actions have predictable consequences, and good deeds are always rewarded. The nice guy may fall prey to this bias, assuming that his niceness automatically entitles him to the desired outcome. Number 9. Overbearing love, when care turns into control. This insidious behavior can slowly erode trust and autonomy in relationships, leaving you feeling suffocated and controlled. Picture a nice guy who appears to be genuinely concerned about your well-being, frequently checking in on you and expressing worry over your interactions with others. While this may initially seem endearing, it can quickly spiral into an unhealthy level of possessiveness, with the nice guy subtly attempting to control your actions and relationships. This veiled jealousy often stems from a deep-seated insecurity or fear of losing control. The nice guy may feel threatened by your connections with others, seeking to maintain a sense of power by disguising his jealousy as loving concern. This manipulation can create an emotional tug-of-war, leaving you questioning your own judgment and desires. It is important to remember that the purpose of this video is not to instill fear or suggest that all nice guys possess these negative traits. Instead, our aim is to empower you with the knowledge and awareness to recognize those who may use niceness as a disguise for their own hidden agenda. By understanding these behaviors and their underlying motivations, you can protect yourself from manipulation and deception, ensuring that your relationships are built on a foundation of trust, mutual respect, and genuine connection. Remember, genuine kindness and compassion should never come with strings attached or hidden motives. If you have made it this far, we really appreciate your support. Comment down below with the word 100% so we know that you watched the entire video. Now, you need to watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. It will show you the top 10 traits men find attractive in women. Make sure to watch it now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.